Good day everyone, I am Paul Danielanes
I am Florlen Benedicto.
I am Christian Judrodil.
and we are Group 3 in Programmable Logic Circuit.
Now, we are going to demonstrate you our final project in PLC, the Automatic Car Washing System.
In our activity, we will be going to create a PLC ladder diagram for automatic car washing process using PLC program.
The PLC program will be able to solve firstly, car entry sensor triggers the process and turns conveyor belt on to move the car.
Secondly, soapy water sprinkler turns on when stage 1 sensor detects the car and do the process for certain time.
Then, brusher turns on when stage 2 sensors detect the car and do the process for certain time.
Fourthly, clean water sprinkler turns on when stage 3 sensors detect the car and do the process for certain time.
Fifthly, dryer turns on when stage 4 sensors detect the car and do the process for certain time. Lastly, car exit sensor triggers conveyor motor to turn off.
So here are list of inputs and outputs. We will be using a reference for our PLC diagram.
As we can see, X0 is assigned for start button as an input, X1 for stop button as an input, X2 will be assigned for stage 2 sensor in soapy water sprinkler as an input, X3 will be assigned for stage 2 sensor in brusher as an input, X4 will be assigned for stage 3 sensor in clean water sprinkler as an input, X5 will be assigned as stage 4 sensor in dryer as an input.
There will be also Y0 for the conveyor motor as an output. Y1 will be assigned for the soapy water sprinkler as an output. Y2 will be assigned for the brusher as an output. Y3 will be assigned for the clean water sprinkler as an output. And lastly, Y4 will be assigned for the dryer as an output in our PLC diagram.
I am going to create new file, then the model type will be PLC. The choice we will pick to select will be SS since there are a lot of choices here.
Then, we're going to leave the communication settings to its default RS232.COM6, the file name DVP0.
I'm going to name our PLC automatic car wash when click OK.
Now that we are here in our ladder diagram mode, it is different kind of software since we can add inputs and outputs through clicking the image, but we can also add inputs and outputs through code. We will be using code to be different in this video.
The input instruction first, I am going to put here X1. I will type LD then X1, X0 pala, sorry. X0 dapat yun. So,
Then, here LDI X1. Next, I am going to add the output. The code for output will be OY0.
next, I am going to add the OR then Y0. After that, under of Y0, I am going to add LD X2. After the X2, I am going to add normally close LDI X1, then LDI2. After that will be having the output OY1. After that, click to the add a vertical line under to add a timer TMR to K100.
Next, for X3, I am going to add LDX3. Then, after that, I am going to add LDI X1. Then, press enter. After that, I am going to add LDI T1. I am now going to add an output of 0Y2. Press enter. Same nung ginawa natin kanina. We'll be clicking T2, then add a vertical line. Add TMR T1 K100, then press enter.
For X4, we'll be typing LDX4. For X1, LDI X1. Then for new T timer, we'll have here LDI T2. Then press enter. For output, OY3. After that, click T2, then add again vertical line. Under that add timer, TMR T2 K100, then press enter.
After that, we'll be going on our last LDX5. Then after that LDIX1, then next LDIT3, then for our output OY4, under T3, add a vertical line, add timer, and add the code TMR-T3 K100, then press enter.
So after that, we'll be going in this part after ng X1. We'll add here LDIY1, then press enter. Here then LDIY2, here the LDIY3, here the LDIY4.
Here we're going to add 4 rows. So here LDT0, here LDT1, here LDT2, and here LDT3.
That will be the ladder diagram for our automatic car washing system.
For running the ladder diagram, so I am going to compile my program. So once the compiling is complete, so we're gonna click for the online mode. So we're gonna go in here, then click yes. So we can see that it is not running here because of color red under. So then we're going to click here, then run the PLC, click yes. It is now color green. That indicates it is now running. So let us start our program. So set our XO, then set off. It now turns on our conveyor motor. So once we click the start button, the conveyor motor will be running automatically. If the car is in the conveyor motor, it will go through X2, the soapy water sprinkler, then X3, the brusher, then X4, and so on. So if our X2, the stage 1 sensor, sense the car, it will turn on the soapy sprinkler. With the timer, once the timer is on, it won't turn off unless it reaches the time set for it. The car will next go through X3. Once the stage 2 sensor, sense the car, it will start its brushes with the timer. After the timer reach the time set, it will turn off the brush. So then it will head on to X4. So once the X4 or the stage 3 sensor sense the car, it will start its timer with the water sprinkler. It will be turned on until it reaches the time set in the timer. So it will be set off. So after it go through the water sprinkler, it will proceed in the dryer. The X4 will be turned off, X5 will be turned on. Once the stage 4 sensor detect the car, the dryer will be turned off. The dryer will be turned off after the timer reaches the time set in the timer. So here, once we click the X1 or the stop button, it will stop the running conveyor motor in our car washing system. That will be all for our final project in programmable logic control. We are Group 3. Thank you.